honesty and there's transparency in a relationship, okay? Honesty is I ask you a question and you answer that honestly. Transparency is your forthcoming. So as we date and we get to know each other and you're transparent with me, part of the transparency is that you and I both are either texting in front of each other, phone calls are coming through. We are now orbiting together. That's what healthy relationships do. People who don't have anything to hide, who are transparent, okay?
I think the good doctor may be right in that transparency is the way to go. And so, if the fella's gonna be transparent, I think you ought to be transparent about the fact that you went through my phone and didn't find it.
Amen.
I think you ought to be transparent about them last few niggas that still be calling you. You may not entertain them, but they still be calling your phone. I need you to be transparent about why you don't trust me. I need you to be transparent about the fact that we started off in a deficit when it came to trust and I didn't do to you. That I got here and had to prove myself immediately. So yes, Doc, I agree. You need to be a little more transparent.
Thank you.
I think there's a little more to that. Watch it. So we're speaking to values in relationship, and I think any coupledom needs to agree on what proactive transparency looks like, what honesty looks like, and for the conversation about doing things in front of your partner with your phone and texting and codes and passwords and all that, what's the come from? If it's coming from a place within yourself that is deficit, that is lacking trust, then that's an unhealthy place. It's living from a wound. It's living from an unprocessed, unresolved trauma. You're bringing that into the relationship. If it's coming from a place of, I don't care, and you're both okay with it, then two people do what you will. But what's good for the goose got to be good for the gander as well. There's got to be reciprocity. He said an interesting point around coming into the relationship with deficit when it comes to trust. If you're wounded from previous relationships or a relationship and you're bringing that mistrust into this relationship and you're projecting that and layering that onto a partner, it's going to be difficult to build trust from that place, especially if that person hasn't done anything wrong. If that person hasn't been to blame for your pain, but you're projecting that on him or her. That's going to be a challenge. So the opportunity we have is to, after every breakup, after every relationship, spend some time by yourself. What did you learn? How did you grow? What needs to be worked on? What was highlighted in terms of your wounds or unprocessed or unresolved stuff? Can you then spend some time working on that deliberately with yourself, with a therapist, with a coach, with a guide, whatever it may be, and actually go deeper into the stuff that is causing you to have real repetitive pain over and over again in relationship?